Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. We have just filled up the harvester. It's about 11:15 at night. I'm getting ready, or 12:15. I'm getting ready to go to bed here soon, but I wanted to start the next episode of Old Streams. We need to... Oops. I'm like, why is the pipe not going out? I'm going to pop the pipe out here, and I need to find the Doots Fall. Look out, chicken. And I got to figure out, I don't think I have a trailer to transport wool. The sheeps want to have their wool transported. That's what they're for. Get wool for free. 210. We're going to upgrade the horsepower on this tractor too eventually. It's like 20,000 bucks though. I mean, this guy's actually having a somewhat difficult time pulling these up the hill. I'm like, what? I mean, it is a steep hill, though, but... So we have our first full harvester. I think we're gonna be able to get all of these loads off this field, and we're gonna be able to do it without it's gonna just be these two tippers. I don't think we're gonna have more than that. Agrotron, I'm stuck. How many horsepower is this? 226. Let's take a look in our garage. 224. Yeah, we need to upgrade that. It's not a bad number, but it could be more. It could do better. So in our last exciting episode, you saw me lose complete control of the harvester as it went flying off into the unchewed up crop. Unharvested crop. I've been trying to do it in the cab, but not doing a very good job. What else has been going on? We'll go back in the cab again and try again. Yeah, this is just really hard. It's hard to tell where you're at. Not that I mind it. I don't know why I was so down on this harvester. It's actually not a bad harvester. Oh, I was harvesting grass. Oops. Oopsie. Look how good I did. It's like all crooked, my lines. There we go. Not very good at harvesting. Alright, we need to go back outside. I'm going to be having to go back over and over again. There we go. Much easier. And actually, this is a pretty, I mean, I don't want to say it's a large harvester, but it's pretty substantial for what it is. Like for around here in Ohio, this is a big harvester. But we do see bigger for sure. I know that dealership that's down on 18 in Wellington, Ohio has a bunch of like TC like 10 series, like the 10 series harvesters, and then they also have the 8, 9, and 10. And with the big, with the tracked wheels or double wheels, a lot of them, you just see like these huge freaking harvesters. And then the new, the John Deere dealership by my father-in-law's house in Worcester, my ex-father-in-law, whatever he is. They have a huge... That's where the picture's on my channel. Like, if you look at the top of my my channel board, there's a picture of Soupy by a tank, but then there's also a picture of a forage harvester. Those pictures were on my cell phone that I took when I was at the John Deere dealership in Worcester, Ohio. And they've got some pretty huge harvesters there, a bunch of them. Used and new. They sell both. And they got everything. They got windrowers, they've got tedders, they've got baling equipment, they've got forage harvesters, which it's the only dealership I've ever seen a forage harvester at around here. And then they have regular harvesters, and it's pretty cool stuff, man. Huge tractors, big selection of tractors. It's like Ed Mullinax, but for tractors. What's up, Ryan? Yes, they did. Why? What's going on? You ready for bed? Can you make your famous the chicken dip thing? Why not? What? Rats! I'm hungry. Are you thinking of making anything? I still get those back zits. Yeah, don't touch it. What's your goal? Oh, for Forza? What's your goal? What was the car that you wanted? Oh, that's awesome. I may do a little bit of Forza on my channel. Ryan got the copy, and I guess you get a PC copy with it. So we're gonna see if we can get the steering wheel working and stuff, and I might do a little Forza. Ryan got a Subaru Impreza. Do they have like old cars like Jaguar E-types and stuff like that? Like a 1969 Porsche Carrera S or 68. Don't you have to buy like expansion packs and stuff though? It's like a set of Corsa. It's like. There's a lot of cars already. The expansion pack only gets you like 48 more cars. Well, if it makes you feel better, each pack in a set of Corsa is like 3 cars, and it's like $15. So a set of Corsa, or however you say it. Awesome. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, me too. 2005 Subaru WRX or WRC. Yeah, the only downside is you have to use premium fuel. They're expensive to operate. 300 horsepower. Yeah, I know. 300. Oh, they actually have the official WRC paint job. Ah. That tree needs to come down. These trees need to come down. Sorry, folks. I hate to kill the trees, but they're gonna break my equipment. Or you know what? At least the branches could come off. Nope. Nah. Let them fall. We'll throw them into the. Oh, for crying out loud. No, I don't want to angle it. I want it nice and straight. Can I duck and do it? The duck of death? Goodbye, tree. This is one of the things I said I was going to do that we're going to do. We're going to clear some of the trees around the field. Tired of my harvester bopping on top of them. And my tractors. My tractors hit them. They roof out, too. Goodbye. Timber. So we'll have to take care of those. I'm not sure. We'll do that after we're done with all the harvesting and stuff. We'll rent one of those little wood chippers and see if what we can throw and what we can chip. And I've always wanted to try those. Be a good wood handling experience. So it looks like we're going to get 2 harvesters full off of this field. And we're going to have to do a double run by here. Whoa, I missed. Arthur. What were you thinking? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The realtor I worked with today was like telling me he got married in September, and he's telling me that they hadn't gotten their photos yet. It's like February. They haven't gotten their photos yet from the photographer, and I'm like, he's like, should I be worried? And I'm like, it depends on how busy their year was, but a little bit, yeah. 9 months seems like an awful long time to not get your photos. Most photographers are like 1 to 2 months for turnaround, you know. What'd you say, Ryan? Don't install till after our internet resets, please. Yeah, it should be on this one. Oh, I see.
Oh man, driving is so fun.
Is it good?
Well, my WRX is just so fun.
Are you racing people online?
Not yet. I'm racing race bots.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna wait till I get like higher level before I go online.
Yeah, people are nuts. I don't like playing online.
One thing I do like though.
Do you have to pay for repairs on your car?
No.
Oh, that's cool. So people can't like troll you.
You can totally flip your car. If your car is, you can turn on simulated damage, which doesn't do very much more.
Okay.
But it makes it so like if you say you crash straight into a tree front first.
Right.
You have
Whoa.
a chance of damaging your engine. It won't like blow up running, but you'll lose a ton of horsepower because you're just like.
Like it hurts.
You turn on simulated tire wear, so eventually, if you do a bunch of drift in your tires, it'll make you so you start turning one direction more than the other.
Oh, that's funny.
Damage models aren't like they're Need for Speed level damage models. It's like they get dented out.
But it doesn't actually
Like
really.
fins and stuff will come off,
Right.
but like it won't kill your car, so you can keep driving. But if you want to get a repair, you have to either enter a race or enter one.
I kind of like how when your car. I like games where your cars get beat up and like they don't work anymore. But
That's what I like GTA.
that's why I like the rally
This
games.
game would be way too hard if they did that.
Yeah.
It would ruin
I don't know. The rally games do it.
If they added that in, anytime you crash in that game, you'd be done. Which is really ridiculous.
Is there anything that you could cook, Ryan? Come on. Is there anything that you could cook? Ugh. We have nothing fast. I'm hungry. I had noodles today. Noodles. I had the noodle dream. What? You had peanut butter and jelly? Well, I guess that beats my noodles. Noodles. I'm definitely not going to do fast food. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to keep harvesting here, and I will catch up with you in a moment. I have no idea where I'm at. I just loaded back in. I think I was harvesting. Yeah, look at that. I was harvesting. Put this crap away. Close this bad boy up. Yeah, so anyway, we had 10 minutes into the show, and then I had to go. So now I'm waiting in our 20 minutes or so to this episode, we'll be done. That'll give us 30 minutes for 10 more minutes or longer, depends on when my son is ready to watch. We're going to watch our little show tonight, or listen. We have a Dungeons and Dragons podcast that we're listening to. It's pretty funny. But anyway, I don't remember what I did with my header trailer. Kind of failing on this map miserably. Let's see here. We have my little plot of sunflower seeds there for the aminals. Where did they put the header trailer? What? Did I squeeze through here without a trailer? Or is that it way over on G2? Let me see with this tractor. Whoa, you okay there, Ryan?
You alright?
Go see if he's okay.
Ryan, are you
Oh,
dead?
You dead, man? I forgot to start this thing. Come on. Oh. Boop. Man, I am in the mood for Taco Bell. I'm not going to ask you to get it, but...
Yeah, you are. That's what you're doing right now.
It's so bad. I don't want to be sick tomorrow. Taco smell, but I love it. I'm so in the mood for tacos right now.
Taco Bell doesn't make you sick. What are you talking about?
Oh, look at all the bales we have already. Awesome.
That has a weak stomach.
No, it's just I like the next day I'll have a headache. But I love tacos. I could forego the Mexican pizza. Never mind. We don't have any money anyway. Gotta stop eating fast food. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop somewhere. Do. Where am I going? Okay, so we need to finish our fields. Finish our fields. And then we could mow and row and collect. Uh-oh. Great. It's too late now. I'm not answering. Phone tag. It's my aunt calling, and I tried to call earlier, and then I came up here to record, and now I just need to record. I'm not going to stop. I'll call her back later. I wish it's really long before my phone actually puts her to the answer machine. Poor Aunt Bunny. It's like, what? Oh! This trailer was like sinking down into the ground. Hopefully I can... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, we can move it. Good. That's a little weird. Never seen it do that before. I'm turning the flashers on because we're going out on the open road. Don't know how we're going to get this into that back alley over there. We got that little wheat field back there that... I think I grew wheat on all my fields. And I'm not collecting the straw because I don't really need it right now. Eventually we will, but it's such a huge effort to collect it, and I don't really need it at all. Hello, Laylee. Little green Laylee. Hello, chickens. Hello, field. So what we're going to do is pull this thing up here. Stop right there. I don't know if I'll be able to reload this though, but we'll see. Yeah, this harvester, I don't think we could really get away with a much larger harvester. Maybe one size up, like the new, either the Massey Ferguson or the Fendt, which is the same thing essentially, might be able to work on these fields, but it's so tight in here. I mean, these fields are really small. Oh, brother. Let go. Really? It's really odd. Okay, now we got... Oh! Running over the crop. Don't do that. God. Dang it! I think I really just need to add a tractor to this equation. Or pick a better spot to load up or unload or whatever. Okay, that does it. In like Flynn. And let's go ahead and proceed. Oh, these are soybeans. Oh, no wonder it's no... I was thinking, why is there no straw? Because it's soybeans, you dork. Look at all those sheep packed in there. Happy little sheep. Oops. Straw is not available. I know. I didn't really want to turn the straw on, but for some reason you're thinking I did. Oh, come on, stop. It's that reverse braking thing. Sometimes I want to just keep pushing it. So anyway, what's going on, guys? How's everybody been? Been doing pretty good here. I've had a pretty decent amount of work the last couple of weeks. I need to get it. I have an Indian wedding that I need to get finished. I'm way behind on it. I know my employer, the guy that sets up the weddings, is probably angry with me at this point for not having it done yet. I know they just finished the photos for it, but they're like, hey, how come you don't have this done yet? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't really have a good reason. I just don't. So I started work on that today. I spent a couple hours working on that, and I also did some home for sale photos. So that's been going pretty good, but work has been just kind of flowing in. Good. Nothing spectacular, but the middle of the week is a little slow, which is weird. It's like I've been getting a lot of on the brackets type thing, like on the end of the week, been getting work. So I think I missed a spot right there, but oh well. I'll get it next time around. Well, I could probably turn... Well, we're working out by the road, so maybe I should keep my... Oh! In real life, that would be bad news. Man, we'd be going to the shop and maybe buying a new header. Gotta really watch that. That post is awfully close. And unlike a tree, you can't cut that down. There we go. Nice and Easy. Turn the cruise control on at this point. We'll just cruise down the field. Those sheep are going nuts. Me. It's showing the sheep. It's showing the sheep. So we've been doing pretty good with the sheep farm so far. We've made no money. We've spent $1 million, but I think because of how we're set up now, we should be able to make a fair amount of money without much issue. We'll take a look at what else we can grow. We probably could do sunflower seeds the next round. I'm probably gonna. Maybe should I even pick up those sunflower seeds that I started with? But I think, if I remember right, I think we did soybeans on the entire farm. So, what was the name of the movie we watched today, Mark?
Pale Rider.
We watched Mark and I watched Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood. It was a good movie. A little dark. A little disturbing, some of the things that happened in it. Like, what? Alright. Pretty soon it's not going to be worth coming down this little lane here. We'll just go back and forth. Maybe. It's hard to turn around in this field, though. This field does not give you a lot of space to turn, so sometimes it's easier just to go around the outside. I've seen them in Europe before where they go down, like we'll do it here. Where they just back up, like they don't even come back. They just back all the way back. And they'll do a whole field like running it and then backing up, and then I'll show you how they do it. I'll show you how they do it in Europe. How they do it in America. Actually, I don't remember where I saw them doing this. I think it was in America. It was just like a really tight field, and so they just kept doing this. Or they'd back up and hit those poles. Conk. And then go forward. And then do it again. Do it all over. Man, how did I miss that huge patch? I'm going to do this. And then back up and do it again. Because that was not a satisfying grab. So I had to get that little boop that I missed. Boop. But we should be able to get this entire field in the chamber or in our hopper without having to. Yeah, we're not even halfway full yet. So anyway, we watched The Pale Rider, Clint Eastwood, where he kills everybody. I still think my favorite movie is the Unforgiven. That's such a great movie. What do you mean Ned's dead? Such a vengeful ending, and I love the Duke of Death, and then the one guy calls him the Duck of Death. And then later in, I think it's in Grand Theft Auto 4, they have they have one of the, they have that car called the Dukes or whatever, because it's obviously it looks like a Dukes of Hazzard car. Is that Challenger? But they call it the Duke of Death. It's like black and it has like black vents, like those window vents. Huh? Well, I think in the Grand Theft Auto it's called the Duke of Death. But it might be the Duck of Death. But I think it's because the car is called the Duke. Huh? Well, the Duck of Death is what's in. That's where that comes from. Is the Duke of Death. And then what's his face? The police officer keeps calling him the Duck of Death when he beats him up. What's that actor's name, Mark? The cop. We're always talking about that movie.
He's a popular guy.
Yeah, he's a famous actor. And then the guy that plays the guy that plays Dumbledore is the Duck of Death, the Duke of Death. What's his name? Ian, whatever. You said no. Wrong. Yeah, come on, Mark. Give us the name. Oh, Momo, s'il vous plaît. Oh, don't hit that.
No, Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, of course. That's such a great movie.
Harris.
Yep, that one and was Tombstone, I think, was the other one. The one with Val Kilmer, and there's a lot of good actors in that one, too. I'll be your Huckleberry. Makes me want to go. Every time I watch those movies, though, it makes me want to go back out west. I love it out there.
Gene Hackman.
Oh, Gene Hackman. Okay,
and
there.
Morgan Freeman, of course.
Oh yeah, Morgan Freeman. Dar. Yep, Gene Hackman is the police officer. Clint Eastwood leaves an awful mess at the end.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert! Go watch it. It's a great movie.
It's one of the best ever.
Wild Bill Hickok. Wild Bill Hiccup. What is that from? Is that from Tom and Jerry?
Wild Bill Hickok?
No, Wild Bill Hiccup. Isn't that the little mouse? He plays these like, she did ride Crambo. She did ride Crambo. Remember what I'm talking about, Mark?
No.
It's like Tom and Jerry. It's like it was the cowboy one where he had the mustache and he played his little guitar and ride the horse. I love Tom and Jerry. Classic cartoons. The old Tom and Jerry, not the 80s Tom and Jerry. Those were terrible. Same with like the 70s Pink Panther. Those were great. And weird. Pink Panther was really weird. Doo-doo. I love my new guitar. I did get it. And I think I talked about it a little bit on the last episode, or one of the last episodes. It's in mint condition. I think pretty much not a scratch. It really is in good condition. And it's also just a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Beautiful, beautiful guitar. I'm going to go grab this. And where are we going to come out? I think we just got to go back the other way. It's funny, these fields seem so big, but they're really kind of small fields. And that back one, definitely number 4, is the largest. And I don't think our wheat is done growing yet. So we'll collect these 4 fields, and then we'll do a field check and see what the other grass fields are doing. You watching the Eye of the Tiger, Mark? What is that I'm hearing, Mark? Mark? He left. Huh. It's weird. I thought I was hearing some Eye of the Tiger action going on. Little cameo appearance. Rising up. Alright. Is that full? 77%. Yeah, alright. So park that right there. And we're going to have to put this away. Not away, but we need to move it to the next locale. Meh. Alright. Put the pipe up. And I'm going to put this little header away. It is odd. It's like the header trailer's dipping down into the ground whenever I park it. That's kind of strange behavior. No, I don't want to lower it. I want to drop it. There we go. Good boy. Yeah, it's such a tight farm. There we go. Yeah, get your little hiney in there. Come on and raise your header. Sorry. I don't even, who is that? Is that Miley Cyrus? Or whatever her name is. What a jerk. It's weird how people, I don't know. Hannah Montana. Oh, from humble beginnings, evil arises. I don't know if she's necessarily evil, but she just acts so stupid. And it's an act, for sure. She's not stupid, but she acts stupid. Alright, how are we going to do this? This is, like, super not conducive for me getting this harvester in there without damaging. In real life, of course, the crops would be... You'd have to ruin some crop. I mean, I have no... I almost wonder... how do we get in up here? And is there a... Yeah, we could cross. Okay. So if we can get up somehow into this grass field... Is that an entryway? Alright, listen, honey. Move out of the way. Listen here, sweetheart. Oh! I tried not to do it, but she walked under my wheels. It was horrible. Yeah, I think this is how we're going to have to do this from here forward. Heretofore. But really, this is... Look, see it drop down. That's really weird. Okay. There we go. And what we need to do is we're going to do this. It's the Flying Dutchman. This thing is ridiculous looking. Those wheels. The skinny wheels. Little skinny minis. Goofball. Look out, chickens. Look out, chickens! Okay, now people were saying this is a shop here, and I disagree. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'll take a look, but if you pull in here, supposedly you can go over here and make customization changes, right? So we do it, and oh, maybe I didn't do it. Park in the right spot. What? Oh yeah, customize. Well, we're gonna try this. Okay, so there should be no service fee if I go to the tires. Oh, I don't own them. Well, but let's try this. What? How can it be no charge? Okay, well, whatever. I don't know. I was saying that you can't do that, but we just did. So, okay, I guess I was wrong. You can customize this. You don't need a shop. I did buy a shop, I think, didn't I? Did I buy a shop? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I wasn't stupid. No, I didn't buy one. Okay, so that's it. We have a shop on the thing, which is cool because now I can pull that header trailer around without those stupid wheels. Those are my crop spraying wheels, which are fine, but they just... Where am I going? Hold on. It looks much better with normal wheels. I thought this one could have twin wheels on the back, but I guess not. Well, I don't really need to do this, but I'm doing it. Look out, lady. This is a pretty cool tractor. Hang on. What's up, Mark? What? Oh, he's singing. Okay. Ooh wee ooh, baby. baby. Now I'm singing too. Ooh, ooh. Oh, baby, baby. We're going to plant this field next time. We're going to make this all one big field. Except for maybe that section so that we can access it with the trailer, because this is going to be really hard to get into. So I'm thinking, let's see, maybe leaving like where we pull in here, this whole spot, and then maybe like we'll make this field start like at this second tree. So maybe we'll leave this tree and that'll mark where it goes over. So like this section here will be left grass, and then from there over it's going to be a solid field. And then we'll cut those trees down. Oh, the trees, like the one or two trees there that are in the way. But all these little trees are going to come down because of stuff like this. All right, so wrap her up. Nope, open it up. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. It's so tight. It's a little small in here. Man, this is like, I think we're just going to have to back out again. I mean, that tree's going to be right in our way. It's that little tree right there. That's a pain in the batushki. But if we cut this now, we should be good. If we cut this way, there we go. Hopefully I won't get hooked on the branches here. So we're going to rent one of those little Heisemat wood choppers, the wood chippers, and use that. Coming soon, we are going to have more Cold Burrow Farm. I apologize. I've just been super busy, and hooking up with the guys takes some effort, as you know, and it's just the last couple of weeks have been kind of busy. And, you know, those of you that have been watching, I think I mentioned this, but maybe not. Our bandwidth got increased massively, so I can now stream a lot more than I was. And I can also upload more videos at higher quality. I'm upping the video quality, so hopefully between, like, let's say, the last maybe 2 episodes ago, you're going to see a higher quality level. I'm going from 15,000 bits per minute up to 20,000, and what that should do for you is you should see a marked improvement in like less artifacting. Now there still will be times when the video artifacts. There's nothing I can do to stop that, but you will see less artifacting going on. So I'm gonna cut this way. I know I don't own this field, thank you, but I do own this one. Oh, and I could turn the blinkers off. We don't need to have bright flashing hazards on. Sorry, I had the mic a little close to my mouth. I apologize for the heavy breathing. I farted. Okay, and then we'll back straight up. So we're cutting this field up, and it's going pretty well so far. So this is our, let's see, 1, 2, we did 2 fields. We have 1 more field after this. I don't know why I just did that, but oops. Oopsie. Oops. I made a mistake. What is up with the bad white pop girl artist impressions tonight? I'm sorry. Oh. Would you say that my mood is fey? Sorry. Just bad humor tonight. I've got nothing. I quit. Let's see. What else can we talk about? All right, so I did have an embarrassing moment today, or yesterday, day before. Oh, man. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them, right? So I met this really, really awesome realtor on Friday. She was super cute and super nice. Like I felt, I don't know how to explain it, but when it's the right person, like they just make your day. Like I left there going like in a much lighter mood than when I got. Not that I was in a bad mood when I got there, but it was like this. She was like a breath of sunshine, a breath of fresh air, or a ray of sunshine. She was just such a happy, easygoing person. And she was a divorcee. She has 3 kids. And she's my age, graduated the same year of high school. I mean, we just, a lot of stuff in common. And we hit it off. So I went home and thought about it. And I'm like, man, why didn't I should have just asked her out, like right there, you know, like, could you go on a date, get some coffee, go to lunch? But, but you know, I'm a chicken, so I didn't. So anyway, I waited until Monday, and then I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. If she's nice, and you know, like she was perfect. For me, like on a scale of 1 to 10, she was like 10 or higher. So I was like, yeah, I just need to ask her. So I emailed her, and I was like, hey, you know, you wouldn't happen to want to go get lunch or coffee sometime? And she has a boyfriend. She was super nice about it, and we talked for quite a while after. She kept emailing me. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, I've been dating someone for 1.5 years," and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." I said, "Well, you know, you deserve it." I mean, obviously, her ex-husband put her through a lot, kind of like what I went through. Same deal, except for he was a drinker, not a alcohol or not a drug user, but you know, just kind of same story. And I'm like, you know, she just it's perfect. It's like, dang it. But she was super encouraging, and she was just like, hey, you'll meet somebody, don't worry, you know, you find somebody nice. It's like, okay. But she emailed me like 4 or 5 more times. We kept talking back and forth. I was just like trying not to be sad about it. I wasn't like super sad. I mean, obviously it was a shot in the dark, like maybe, but rats. Would have been nice if it worked out, but moving right along. There's more fish in the sea. Somebody said to try plenty of fish, but they said to be careful because a lot of people are just there to hook up. And another friend of mine suggested doing, I saw this video, and I'd never heard of this before, but they call it speed dating. And this video was the first thing I'd ever seen where the people were like, they went to like a restaurant or a pub or something like that, and then, you know, it was a funny video about speed dating. Like it was a dramatization. It wasn't, you know, but it's like a girl goes there and then she meets all these different people, and of course a lot of the date they're horrible, you know, it's like ugh. But then every 3 minutes they like hit a timer or whatever, and then you go to the next person, and they have like a bunch of tables set up, and you sit down with the person and talk, and you just have 3 minutes to like, hey, what's your name? What do you do? Almost like BNI, I mean, but for dating. It's like a business meeting, but for finding a date. And I just thought that was kind of an interesting setup, and it works for some people, and it's a neat way to meet lots of people. The only downside is, of course, you guys know me and where I come from, and it's like it seems like they only really do it at bars, and I'm not into that, you know. But anyway, my friend was telling me about it. Then after I'd seen this video, the next day he was like, you know, you should try speed dating, and I'm like, that's funny. I just saw a video on that, you know, like. So he's like, it actually was kind of neat. He's like, he didn't do it on purpose. Like he went somewhere and they were doing a speed dating session. And he was like, oh, what is this? You know, and then because people kept coming up and talking to him, and then like looking at his chest, and he's like, so he finally he's like these girls kept coming up and like talking to me and like looking at my chest, and I'm like, this is really weird. Like, and then so he finally said, what am I missing? Like everybody keeps looking at my chest, and the girl was like, oh, we're looking for your name tag, and he's like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, we're doing a speed dating session, and he's like, oh, he's like, I'm just here to get a drink, you know, so. But like I said, it's all, you know, I don't know that I'm going to find the kind of person I'm looking for at a bar. I doubt it. I wish you could just find somebody at church, but it's like, you think at the church that I go to with over like, you know, 1,500 people or whatever, there'd be somebody, but I haven't really found anybody yet. They all seem to be either like way older than me or like way younger than me. like the divorcees. And so I don't know. Our church doesn't really. I haven't seen that we really have like a singles group or anything like that. But if there were one, I would join it. But I don't know. Once again, the other half of me, or a large portion of myself, looks at my situation and goes, you know what, there's really not anybody on earth that's going to be like jumping into this one, you know, like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, I'll marry into that. No, every woman in the world wants like an easy, most of the ones that have come by this age, they've already been through like pretty rough stuff, and they're looking for an easy relationship. And so I'm not saying it's not possible, but I think I'm pretty much like we've talked about before. It's like I want to be settled and be like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it does. I don't want to be alone. I don't know, but I guess being alone's better than being miserable, right? So I'll just take being alone for a little while longer. I think I need to be, like I said, everyone's talked about this before. I need to be alone for longer, most likely, because it's only been like, I mean, gosh, it'll be a year. Let's see, we're coming up on coming up on March, and she told me she was being a dirtbag in April of last year, and so I'd say pretty much that's when my marriage was over. So it's only been a year, really, since I've been completely alone, and so it's really been 2 years since I've felt like I've been married. So, but still, it's that's not a very long time to quote unquote get over it. So. Boy, this field's taken a long time because of the shape. It's just having to keep traversing back and forth to get to where the stuff is without hitting the walls is kind of a pain. Once again, another reason why a larger harvester. What I might do eventually is to get a second kit. Like, some of these larger fields we could use a larger harvester, but we can't sell the smaller one because or the other thing we could do is get like a Komika C6 for these like tight fields and use that in the backstop, and then use a much larger harvester on the bigger fields. But that's extravagant. We're not at that point yet. So when you're talking $500,000 for a harvester, that's just not worthwhile as of yet. This field, we yielded a pretty good yield on this, almost a full hopper. Once again, we'll probably have about $20,000, maybe $30,000 in product all said and done between all these fields. I would imagine we can get, and maybe not though. We may not be able to fill up both trailers because we've already done the big field and the two smaller fields, and we're not going to have. We only have one, like 3/4 full trailer. So I'm predicting that once we're done with that last field, which is still kind of a small field, we will not have 2 full trailers full, which is okay. We have the wheat growing for the next day, and that will fill up the hoppers probably a couple times because, once again, wheat is much more dense than our current crop. So I've had a lot of people request that I spend more time in cab, so I'm definitely going to be trying to do more stuff in cab. And with this small harvester, that is definitely doable because you can see what you're doing. It's easy. I got to say, for those of you that haven't tried, come on, shut off, the Komika C6, it's actually not too bad. The C6 is actually a pretty decent harvester. I was running the Komika on a private farm. Oh, I left that tractor running. And it looks a lot nicer than the 2015 version. They definitely upped the detail level, and it runs really well, and it looks really good, and it just, I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was most impressive. Is this guy off? Yeah, okay, so let's take this over. And pop our little beacons on. Alright, so we're going to take this header down to the last field, and then put her away. Take it slow going down the grade. Look out, buddy. Make sure I'm not going to get run over by a truck. Cool. So we'll head over to our last field and yield. Uh-oh. Let me out. Somebody was saying that these Deutz-Fahrs are designed by, oh, was it Lamborghini? Or, well, it would be the designers that design Lamborghini, because the Lamborghini tractor is actually made by, like, it's all part of the same company, the same conglomerate. So Lamborghini and Deutz-Fahr are the same company. So that makes sense that it's the Maserati or the Lamborghini guys. But they all, with the Italian cars, they all have like the same, what's the word? Like the pedigree. Like a lot of the designers go back and forth between companies. So it's not like, you know, it's like, you know, the guy from Maserati also designs for Porsche. And, you know, it's like they I know Porsche's German, but I'm just saying, like, they share designers a lot of times. Ferrari guys design for Lamborghini. It just depends on the model. You know, they hire guys to design a car for them. And all right, so we have this here. That should be good. I could probably turn the beacons off since we're off the road. And we'll start this up and bring it over. This thing starts up quiet. All right. This thing's so huge. I'm trying not to get it stuck on the fence in the back. Ugh. Don't tip over. We made it. It's hard driving in the cabin for sure. Look at these guys behind me. Slow down. Brake check. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Oops. Blinker turned itself off for once. Yeah, you're going to have to wait there, buddy. Quit getting up my butt. Got my hopper open on top because it's got grain in it. I'm trying not to bonk the top of this harvester on anything. Can you imagine driving down? I'm sure there's people on my game that will watch this game that have done this before, but can you imagine doing this in real life? This would be really scary. Like, you just pray that the other drivers are careful because you wouldn't want to hurt anybody, and it's like, this thing is freaking huge. Those of you that are on my Facebook page will have seen this. Somebody posted a picture of a guy that actually tried to go underneath one of those harvesters or one of those sprayers. You know how they sit up real tall? Somebody actually tried to take like a Corolla underneath one. It was pretty funny. It didn't work. He got stuck. It was pretty comical. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna have to back into the crop a little bit. See if we can get out here without killing anybody. I'm going to run the mile marker over. Oops. And we're going to pop this on. And then we'll pull the other tractor over. And with that, we're going to call an end to the episode. We've been running for about 48 minutes here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for being part of this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content that I'm bringing you. Enjoying the awesomeness of the Deutz-Fahr / New Holland collective that we've been running in the equipment that we've been running in these past couple episodes. I really wish they would have put the 510 or the 5110 or 5010 or whatever they call it in the game, because they have all these other small tractors from other manufacturers, but for whatever reason they couldn't get Deutz to do it. Or maybe they just didn't want to do it, or maybe Deutz doesn't want to advertise their small tractors. They just want big tractors represented. I don't know the reasoning behind their choice to not put the 5110 in, but I'm glad that somebody made the mod. I just wish it was a little glossier. And once again, it's not. That's more of a pet peeve. The model has been really nice. The color's wrong, but the It is wrong. I'm sorry. And the person that did they did that, the arms, they got those right. So I don't understand why the people that made that tractor couldn't get the color right. But I think if the color was right, I wouldn't mind the flat finish. But because the color's wrong, it makes the flat finish look even worse.
You're ready, Dad.
Oh, the kids are ready. So that is my cue.
Let us know.
I'm ready. I'm gonna pull my grain harvest, the grain tractor over here, and then we will. I'll end the episode while I'm unloading the grain. So, put our pipe out. Let's see if this is a good place to do it. I think. Yeah, we should be able to get under there. Back it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and grab the grain tractor. And we're going to head over to we'll unload that thing, and then we'll be done for the night. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I hope you've been enjoying the content that I've been bringing to you here and on Sosnovka. I got to say, I'm going to admit something. I was wrong. I started a farm. I just had to try Sandy Bay out, and you know what? At some point, we are going to move to Sandy Bay. Not this farm necessarily, but one farm is going to get moved there eventually. I want to stay in Coldborough for a while, so I might even have to start a new farm. We'll have to see. I mean, it might be just a whole new series, but it's beautiful. They really did a good job. I was, I don't know. I was like, man, I don't want to play this. I've been playing this map already. They've made a lot of changes to the layout of the farm. It makes much more sense now. And they moved Sandy Bay to Willow and Willow to Sandy Bay. And so you have a much more centralized location for the main farm. They give you good starter equipment. I really like the way it's going. So they've done a good job with Sandy Bay, much better than I anticipated. So I think I'm going to have to renege on my no Sandy Bay comments. But like I said, it's not going to be I'm not in a rush to do it. We have plenty of content to do with the 3 maps that we're working on. But I think if anything's going to go, I might try to convince Jared to move over to Sandy Bay and help me on that farm. We'll have to see, because I've been really enjoying the Sosnovka stuff too. It's really fun doing like the old school tractors that are in Sosnovka. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll fill the other tipper up about halfway, and then we'll be done. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. Every Saturday morning, I'll be streaming the Goldcrest multiplayer server. And then every Tuesday night, I'm streaming World of Tanks. I also occasionally just fly on there. And if you want to know, people are asking me to put up videos every time I do Twitch. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I just don't have time to do that. And that takes a lot of bandwidth and stuff. What's going to happen is that if you want to watch the Twitch stuff, you really just need to be part of the Facebook group. And I post on Facebook when I'm going to, like about 10 minutes before I go up, I put up a note up on Facebook saying, hey, Arthur's going to be going streaming here. And I may even try to figure out, the other thing that we could do, and let me know what you guys think about this, but I can also put in the discussions, like there's a discussion section here on YouTube that you can click on it, and I can put their notifications too. That's much easier than putting a video up. I can put a notification when I go to play. I just don't know if it lets you guys know, and that's the hard thing. I think the reason why people want me to do it that way is because they get a notification. If maybe Twitter would work better. Those are kind of things that I still have to figure out with the streaming thing. I might try Twitter, but we're up to over 200 people on the Twitch channel. And so I just want to say keep coming on there, and once again, go to Arthur's. It's called Arthur's Gaming Channel. That's my Facebook group. So if you type in Arthur's Gaming Channel, you will find my group on there. But I suggest you join the Facebook group. We're almost up to 500 people now. So it's growing really fast. We're getting like 100 people a week now. So I'd love you to be part of that community. A lot of great people on there. People asking questions. If you have problems, they can help you. So once again, I want to bump that up there and say make sure you join Arthur's Gaming Channel on Facebook, and then also it's Twitch TV /VBlue Guitar. The information for Twitch TV is on the Facebook page, and I post on there and with a link. I always put a link on there. So when I go to stream on Twitch, like I did tonight when I did World of Tanks, I put a link up there, and you guys can join. And we usually get anywhere from 10 to 50 people watching. So have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you on Old Streams Farm.